Hello folks. Today we'll be discussing about the male reproductive physiology, which is the first part of the reproductive physiology series. Before beginning, I would recommend you to keep a pen and a page to note the lecture, or rather take screenshots of the slides. So let's dive into the topic. The male reproductive system consists of two main components. The first component is the gonads, while the second component is the external genitalia. Before proceeding, it's important to understand the anatomy of the male reproductive system. The testes are the male gonads located in a pouch of skin called the scrotum. They are covered by a capsule called the tunica albuginea. Here is an illustration representing the testes. The basic unit of testes is the lobules, which are 350 to 400 in number. In each of the lobules, about 1 to 4 coiled tubules, the seminiferous tubules reside. Means, each testes may have about 900 to 1200 seminiferous tubules. The seminiferous tubules is where the male gametes, the male germ cells, the spermatogonia, resides. The seminiferous tubules have a peripheral zone, a central zone and a lumen. While germ cells are maturing, they continuously move from the periphery towards the central lumen. Next, we have the straight tubules which converge to form the rete testes. Many rete testes drain into the efferent ductules and the later drain into a structure called epididymis. The epididymis is a duct which is highly convoluted and condensed. Here the sperms are stored temporarily and also gain the ability to swim. The epididymis then continues into the vas deferens. The two vas deferens unite and drain into the ejaculatory duct. Now, let's talk about the main glands associated with the male reproductive system. The first gland in the pathway is the seminal vesicles. It unites with the vas deferens to form the ejaculatory duct. Next is the prostate gland. The prostate gland releases prostatic fluid which is alkaline. We will talk about it in the next lecture. Then we have the Cowper's gland, also called the bulbo-urethral gland. The seminal fluid moves into the urethra where it is released during ejaculation. Remember, erection is a parasympathetic phenomenon, while ejaculation is a sympathetic one. Let's move to our next topic, which is spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis, as the name indicates, is the production of male gametes, the spermatozoa. This process occurs in the seminiferous tubules. Here's the mechanism of spermatogenesis. The first step is the migration of the primidium germ cells into the gonads. The PG cells remain over there and continue to remain stored till the puberty stage. At puberty, following the rise in the gonadotrophic releasing hormone from the hypothalamus, which stimulate the interior pituitary to release FSH and LH, the primidium germ cells, which can now be called the spermatogonia, undergo mitosis under the influence of FSH and LH to form primary spermatocytes. Remember, both types are of diploid generation. The primary spermatocytes undergo meiosis I to form secondary spermatocytes, which again divides via meiosis II to form a haploid generation of cells called the spermatids. The spermatids are the immature sperms. The duration of the entire process is 74 days approximately. The spermatids need to undergo certain changes to form the final product by a phenomenon called the spermiogenesis. There are three main steps occurring in spermiogenesis. Step 1: condensation of the nucleus and its displacement anteriorly. Step 2: formation of a structure called the acrosomal cap. Step 3: Shedding of excess cytoplasm. Now, let's talk about the structure of a spermatozoa or sperm. It contains a head and a tail. The tail contains microtubules in the 9+2 styles, which forms the flagellum and can be separated into three parts, which are the neck, which is very short, the body, where mitochondria surround the flagellum, and the tail. The normal sperm movement is 1 to 4 mm per minute. That was all about today's lecture. I hope you had understood the lecture. Good luck and see you in the next lecture, which will be about the hormonal regulation of spermatogenesis.